because you're an accomplice to malpractice.
Should I tell you the naked truth? Amazimaga kunami. Like that's how they call it where I come from. As long as there's examinations and there's people that set them, there will be leakage and sharing and malpractice.
Yeah, because anyway,
it's not only in Uganda.
It's inevitable.
It's inevitable. But yes,
people can have to control themselves.
Yes. At least it scares, but still it happens.
Imagine, where would you get 20 million? you get it to pay, or you be locked up for 5 years.
Uganda. 100.2 is what it turned into. Exactly 11 minutes. These are the stories that are happening in this country. What else do we have happening?
Now, we have an update. Uganda Police is currently giving its address, official address at the Naguru headquarters, police headquarters in Naguru. And police spokesperson Fred Enanga has given an update on the 2 foreign tourists who were killed in Uganda. Remember, last week was kind of like a dark cloud in Uganda when those tourists and a Ugandan tourist guide were shot dead by suspected ADF rebels. Now, police spokesperson Enanga is saying that these 2 are journalists. They're actually journalists from South Africa and Britain.
Yes.
A couple that got married and came to do, like we know, they were doing their honeymoon here in Uganda.
Yes.
So he says that the bodies of these deceased are still in the mortuary up to now at Mulago. And he says that they're waiting upon UK and South African experts to come and review the sort of like to review how far police has gone, the circumstances under which they were killed, and the reports that were made by security agencies this far. And then after that, they also want to see the collected samples, and then after, the bodies will be handed over to the British High Commission and South Africa High Commission.
Man.
To mourn the senseless murder of the 2 foreign journalists, that is the Briton and the South African, who were on their honeymoon. And of course, it was unfortunate that their lives were cut short as they were celebrating an important accomplishment. They were killed together with their Ugandan guide and driver. So like I said, the bodies of the 2 foreign tourists are still in the mortuary at Mulago National Referral Hospital, awaiting the arrival of forensic experts from the UK and South Africa, who will review the circumstances of the violent attack and murder, the evaluation of the evidence that has been gathered so far, and even the forensic analysis of the collected samples. After that, we shall then release an official report of the death of the victims that will be handed over to the British High Commission and the South African High Commission.
It is very sad. It is very sad indeed. It is a huge blow to the tourism sector, but some of the operators, some of the players in the game, like some of us. If you've not had people cancel out some of their itineraries, then you're lucky. But
I think we're not in that state of panic. Much as it is bad, what happened is bad.
There's a national park up there called Mashon Falls. Yes. Before it became Mashon Falls National Park, it was still Kabarega.
Chidepo, we have...
There was a time when Konyi was up there. You remember? Yaina Kakona, where some of the people that have used that road before, after Kona Kamdin, then there's like a bridge, and then there's like a dead spot there. But regardless, the park survived because it had very many entrances. You can access it through Hoima, or you can access it through Pakwach, or it had like several entries. That is for up there. Queen Elizabeth had not had any issues like that. Now, especially when it comes to the world scene where everybody's seeing, people are killed and the car is burnt. There are a lot of questions there. That's scary.
I think it is not that, because Uganda has already stepped up its security in these places.
Yes.
One. And then two, there are other parks that are, that we've not seen these incidents. This is the first of its kind. So it shouldn't be that alarming. Although it's alarming, I'm not saying it, but it should not be that alarming, because we have not seen concurrently incidents happening in other parts of the country. And we know that for a long time, Kasese region has been infiltrated by the ADF. These guys are around the area. So if security agencies are now aware of that fact.
I know, but I mean, there are only a few. There are things that you can only be able to see in Queen Elizabeth that you're not going to see in any other national park in this country. Like the climbing lions, like the Kazinga channel, you can only be able to see it there.
But yeah, by the time that incident happened, there were also other tourists still within the area.
Exactly.
So it is an isolated incident that I think it will end up
but it's also I mean it depends. Are the prices going to remain the same? Are they going to use it as a marketing strategy, but quality discounts, to promote the tourism sector better? It hurts me as a person to see that people that have joined the game just yesterday, like Rwanda, are sponsoring huge projects.
Yeah.
Like they are on the Arsenal jersey and stuff like that. And for us who are the Pearl of Africa,
yes,
there are very many people that, including you, you're eating on the tourism sector indirectly, but you don't know.
Of course.
Very many people.
We are benefiting from infrastructure,
very many people.
Stuff, yeah.
We have a lot of sisters that have gotten these guys. Through tourism. They came to visit here. They fell in love. They provided their services of intimacy. And now they are there making other people happy. You understand? So it's something we need to hugely invest in, because we are the Pearl of Africa.
We invest in it. Actually, the last time I had the president speaking, I think tourism is Uganda's second or first largest exports.
I think we could do better.
It is. I think it's the first.
It's like how you can be.
And it's been skyrocketing until this dent.
It's like how they put you in a field to play, nengato training, and imagine if you trained, you'd excel. So we have the potential, but we're advertising all wrong. I swear to God. Yeah.
But I feel like if it is such a large export, like we have, because Queen Elizabeth National Park alone, I think the past year had about 360,000 tourists.
Exactly.
Yeah. Imagine in a year.
Yes.
So there's something that is being done right.
Yes.
There's something that Uganda is compared to the previous years.
Yes,
we're seeing Uganda's tourism sector out there, the animals, the channels, the lakes, the rivers, like all that. There's something to say about Uganda's tourism.
As we conclude, it's exactly 17 minutes after 11 in the morning. 100.2 Galaxy FM is what you tuned into. What's the final story?
The final story is the incident that happened in Nakaseke district. Well, this is an allegation that is a father to a 6-year-old. There's some locals who are alleging, but it's not been substantiated. However, this 6-year-old was killed. She's a student. She's called Komugisha Happy, a student of Apex Model Primary School in Ngoma Sub-County. According to locals, they claim that this is the father of the child, but police is saying, this is Savannah Regional Police spokesperson Sam Twinamazima, says that their investigations so far indicate that this girl was moving alongside her friends, returning from school and going home, and they're walking along the roadside, and then she was hoodwinked by one of these guys, a suspect, and told her to enter a farm and help him carry firewood.
Yes.
So as she was helping him carry firewood, the students, the pupils, her colleagues had her crying, and then later they ran and found she was killed. She was actually murdered in the area. And her underwear was there as well out. So I think this guy tried to defile her and then
own child.
Yes, and then strangled her to death. Locals allege Mbu, that is the child's father, but police has not revealed that is the father to the child. Police is saying this is they're treating him as a suspect. There's nowhere that they have said he's actually the father to the child. They're saying this was a girl who was working with her fellow pupils, going home when this man told her, come and help me carry firewood. I think the reason why is probably this girl knew this man.
Yes,
that is why she went in, but police has not said is the father to the child. So the suspect is being hunted for. He's actually on the run, and police took the body. The body was examined by a doctor, and relevant statements were taken. But the suspect is still on the run. But then there's also an incident that happened also in Luero, where a stepfather raped his stepdaughter and killed her over a marital dispute after fighting with his wife. Yeah.
So apparently there's a story moving around. I don't know how true it is. The speaker could be a Nalongo.
Yeah, I've also heard that story, but we cannot substantiate it yet. Because we really
One
can't.
of the things our speaker does not want to be done to her is talking about her things that are not true. She's very picky.
But then of course
She's
now,
easily irritable.
But then
Among
Nalongo already.
Anyiga Mangu.
But listen, Nalongo
Yes.
already. The last time you saw her, did she look like she was even?
Didn't she go to the Pope and say, "Bless my child"? Remember that
Oh,
video?
bless my child, but even you were not.
She was.
If she hadn't said, "Pop, bless my child," would you have known there was a child or there were children? And she went and said, "Bless my child."
So you mean
For
she
us, we are
said,
here
"Bless
saying
the future
Nalongo.
coming children"?
We are saying Nalongo. She said, "Bless my." Anyway, let us wait for an official statement from her rep, yeah? Before we can congratulate her properly. But she's been MIA.
Exactly. So,
Although it's normal because it was not her turn to chair parliament. That is why she's probably in her own duties. Let's wait for an official statement.
but life is good because
Yeah.
if you can really have things turn around for you at 49 years, 49.
Yeah, and you become a Nalongo.
Beautifully like that. My God.
This is the Mid Morning to Kone, 100.